Good morning, Father Denis here with a word of encouragement. Today I want to talk about the need of a spiritual father. One thing that is obvious to all of us is every human person has a biological father, whether present or absent. Sadly, many are living without their biological fathers, but doesn't mean they have no other alternatives. We have grandfathers, adopted fathers, as well as spiritual fathers. And today we want to emphasize on the need of a spiritual father. Because a spiritual father has a special focus on the life of a person. You don't need to be aware of everything, but what you need is the desire to be guided. Let's learn from the scriptures what it is there. We know Prophet Elijah. He went to correct and bring people back to the true worship of a true God. But he had to encounter so much that he felt there was no support, and at some point he gave up and went to hide. But is this what God called him to do? Not really. There the angel of the Lord came to him, gave him food to eat, but he ate and slept. The second time the angel came, he gave the food and said, "Eat, for the journey will be too long." Now, what was this journey to be? He had to go 40 nights and 40 days to the mountain of the Lord. There were other events that happened before he discovered God in the soft place. And I may not know where you are and what you are going through, but I want to tell you one thing. Where you ought to go is more important. And that's where you need a spiritual father. For 800 years now, we have had Prophet Richards as our spiritual father. He was trusted by our brothers from the beginning. He has kept guiding us. If you are willing to be led spiritually, you are welcome. You may not follow exactly what you may find in the scriptures, but you can be helped by some of us who have been under his guidance for some time now. Also, we can learn from Christ. What did he do when he picked Peter, John, and James? He took them. When he got transfigured, they saw and heard. This was a lesson that they needed because they were to become spiritual fathers. They needed to know the way to lead the flock. That is exactly what you need to be assured of. Any spiritual father has got an experience and has a knowledge of where you need to go. So he has to help you see and hear the right voice that you need to follow. That is why Peter now comes and gives the evidence that even without seeing Christ, we have come to love him, and we have gotten into believing him, not because of what we now look for, but because of what we look into the future. That is our salvation. A spiritual father is meant to guide you to come to your Father in heaven. It's a spiritual journey that is going to accompany you. His work is to help you see where you need to go and hear the voice that is calling you so that you can reach where he is waiting for you. May God bless you as you make this choice of getting a good spiritual father and following what you are being guided.